Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Make sure you like and subscribe below. Make sure you guys comment. Tell me, how I'm doing, what can I do better? I'm trying to grow. So make sure you tell me exactly what I'm doing wrong here. I don't care about feedback. So I am making me a wig while I talk to you guys. So I may be looking down, looking around, but I do want to get this message out, okay? Today I want to talk about fear. When I say fear, fear is something that keeps us in a place of where consistency won't let us leave from. So let's talk about it. What is fear to me? Fear to me is not going past those boundaries, not moving past, what I'm afraid of. Fear to me is things that keep me in constant fear of the unknown. Fear to me is not being sure of what doing something may lead me to. That's fear to me. So let's talk about it. A lot of you may know or may not know, I gave up my apartment this summer and I moved to New Jersey. One or two reasons why I gave up my apartment and moved was because, one, I felt like I wasn't comfortable. I was uncomfortable. I kept telling my friends, I said, hey, I need to make a change. This isn't working. I just want something different. I just wanted something different. I just wanted a change. My original plan was to go to Florida, but I moved to New Jersey because my girlfriend was in New Jersey. So I said, hey, let's give it a try. I was terrified. I didn't know, how it would go. I talked to my best friend so many times and I just, I vented about the situation so many times before I decided to, hey, let's do it. A lot of people just think that, oh, I up and left and I'm just this brave person that could just, get up and leave. But the fear that came behind the transition for me, was me stepping outside of my comfort zone. I left because, like I said, I was uncomfortable. I wanted something different for me, for my kids. And I said, hey, let's make a transition. Let's move. Went to New Jersey, hated it. Loved being with my girlfriend every day, loved spending time with her. But I absolutely hated being in New Jersey. So what did I do? I left New Jersey. I said, hey, you know what? My original plan was to go to Florida. I'm going to leave New Jersey and I'm going to go to Florida. So I left New Jersey. I went to Florida. Got to Florida, loved it. Oh my God, I love the weather. I love everything about it. But I was homesick. Didn't feel like, Florida was right for me. So I left Florida. Was I afraid to get up and leave Florida? Of course. I'm like, oh, I'm going back home. I'm going to nothing. I gave up everything. I don't have a job. I don't have an apartment for me and my kids. I gave it all up. And I left. And when I got to Georgia, I cut myself off from the world. I talked to a few friends, but besides that, I didn't talk to anybody. And I'm now about, 2.5 weeks in Georgia right now. And it's scary. It's scary to not be sure what tomorrow holds. It's scary not to be sure what I may be doing next week. It's scary not to know what the future holds. That's fear for me. That's fear. Right now, I'm in a place of fear. I'm in a place of, oh my God, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Are we going to be okay? It's very frightening. But when I look back and I'm like, oh, I should have just stayed in my apartment. Oh, I should have did this. I look back and I say, if I didn't give this up, I wouldn't experience this. If I wouldn't have left this, I wouldn't have went through that. When I speak on fear, I speak on sometimes fear keeps us in situations that we're uncomfortable in because we're afraid of that change. Now, even though I look back sometimes and I'm like, oh, I should have just stayed. I'm back to where I left at with less. I'm back to where I left with less. I gave up everything and I left just to come back. A few days ago, I would have been telling this story a lot differently. I would have probably been telling this story upset. I probably would have been telling this story with tears running down my face. But today I'm telling this story and I'm joyous. I'm telling this story and it makes me look back and think, wow, I left this situation but so much greatness is ahead of me. I could just feel it. Like I'm going to be blessed. I left that situation and the opportunities are endless. I left that situation and I'm so ready for the next situation. I left that behind me because I was uncomfortable. Fear keeps us in situations that we are so ready to be over, but we're so unsure of tomorrow. Me, I feel like I'm fearless. I feel like, you know what, I'm going to face anything head on and I'm going to look it right in the eyes and I'm going to take on those challenges. It's scary. It's nerve-wracking. It causes depression. It causes anxiety. It causes you to gain weight. It causes you to lose weight. But one thing about fear is you have to look it in the eyes and take it on. Don't let being in a situation that you're uncomfortable in, don't let staying at your job because your fear of not knowing if you'll get a new job. We have to take those risks. Life is to be lived. I jumped out there and I'm going through the motions and I'm getting myself back to where I need to be. I'm getting myself back to the endless possibilities that I had before. Fear will not determine where I live my life, who I live my life with, what job I work at. Fear will not play a part in my life. Sometimes we have to step out there on faith, knowing that, you know what, I'm going to be okay. I stepped out and I said, you know what, this is what I want. I'm uncomfortable where I am. And it's not that I was uncomfortable, just, my apartment was nice. The kids were good. But I just was like, you know what, it's time for more. It's time for more. It's time for me to push myself to another heights. It's time for me to do more. It's time for me to really get out here and say, what else can Jasmine accomplish? I started my hair business. It's growing. I'm really excited about it. Something I never would have thought of. I thought of it, but something I never would have did. I've been taking all of these chances. You cannot allow fear to keep you in situations you're unhappy in. You cannot allow fear of not knowing. A lot of people say, well, I just like to be sure. I just like consistency. I just like to know. Yeah, but sometimes that consistency will keep you in things for years until you look up and you say, wow, I've wasted so much time. Now, I'm not saying make a rash decision. See, me, I'm very impulsive. I make decisions and it's like, it's done. Now, come on, let's get through it. I'm not saying that. Have a plan things out. But don't let fear drive your life. Don't let fear of change drive your life. A lot of people don't like to do things by themselves. They say, hey, I just don't like to. Let me tell you something. If we wait on people and we wait on opportunities, sometimes it'll never get done. Me, I'm going to travel by myself. I'm going to go eat by myself because I can't be afraid of anything. Fear keeps us in these situations that we must get out of. Fear keeps us in these environments that we're afraid to move from. Let me tell you something. One thing about life, it's always going to be ups and downs. I was afraid. I'm still afraid. My daughter's getting older. She's about to be a preteen. We're going through the motions of that. I'm afraid. I'm stressed out. I'm afraid of failing as a mom. I'm afraid of, not saying the right thing. I'm afraid of if I say the right thing, then it's still going to be taken the wrong way. I'm afraid of all of that. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do it anyways. I'm going to tell her when she's wrong. That's another thing. We live in fear of not speaking our truth to people because we're afraid that, they're going to take it this way. They're going to take it that way. They're not going to speak to me again. I'm doing all those things that pushes the boundaries on life. I'm saying what I feel and I'm meaning what I say. I'm apologizing when I'm wrong. Sometimes we're afraid. We're afraid of how some people are going to judge us. We're afraid of what it's going to look like. I don't care what it look like. I don't care what my life look like to nobody else because I'm the one that has to live it. Sometimes we have to stop being afraid to push the envelope. We have to stop being afraid to take chances. It's so much opportunity out here, but we're just afraid to capture it because this situation is familiar to us. Stop being afraid because the situation that you're in is one that you're okay with, that's familiar. Because one thing about when you take these leaps, I'm telling you, you ever dated somebody and you thought you were so in love and y'all broke up and you were so heartbroken? Oh, I can't do it. I'm just so a mess. What am I going to do? How am I going to live without them? Then some months go on and you're single and you living it up. Then you meet somebody and you fall in love with them. And you look back on that last relationship and you say, this is different. This is better. This is, oh my God. I never thought I could love like this. But then when you look back, you said, I said this before. Because some situations we get okay with being in, and you feel like, oh, this is the best. So you don't look for better. You get content in those situations. The fear of leaving what you feel like is so good. It's so good. Oh my God, I can't live without this person. In which sometimes that's true. You have a good thing, you know? But then sometimes when some things don't work out and you leave that good thing, you only run into better. I always tell my people I'm in relationships with, I'm like, listen, it gets better every time. You know why it gets better? Because with time, you grow as a person. So the people you choose get better. Those relationships, the qualities that you look for, it gets better. It's grown qualities now. Your relationship right now is going to be what you are in right now. Because when you grow and you move out of that relationship, you're going to learn from that relationship. So what you take from it is going to get better. The fear of leaving that relationship sometimes hold you in those relationships, even jobs. You may say, oh, I got this good paying job. I'm making $20 an hour. And one day you get fired and you're devastated. And then you get a phone call and they say, hey, I got a job over here making $25 an hour. And you thought that you was doing it up because you was making $20 an hour, so you was content with that. Sometimes we get content out of fear. And you became content with making that $20 an hour. Now you make $25 an hour and you feel like that's the best. So you never push the envelope. Sometimes we got to start pushing the envelope on things that we want. We have to start saying, you know what, I'm making this, but I'm going to strive for this. Stop being content in where you are. I'm afraid. I'm scared. I don't know what tomorrow holds. Sometimes I don't even have a plan. I just jump out there because I know that better is to come. Everybody wants to be a believer and everybody wants to walk on eggshells. I don't walk on eggshells with people, and I'm not going to walk on eggshells with my life. I'm going to take chances. I'm going to live. Now, the one thing I am fearful of is heights and roller coasters. That's another subject. I'm going to place my feet on the ground when it comes to those things. But one day I'm going to jump out there as well. Let's stop being content in our situations out of fear. We have to jump out there. We have to push the envelope. We have to know that it's better out there. Whether it's work, school, relationships, finances, anything that you're struggling with, push it, push it. You can have a plan, but push it. Being content always sometimes doesn't mean growth. In order to grow, you must change. You must develop. You must try new things. I'm so excited about my future. I'm so excited about all the possibilities. I'm so excited. I'm trying these glasses. I've been wearing them for a while. I said, oh, them big glasses, that style wouldn't work on me. And they probably don't. Y'all probably looking at me and saying, what the hell do Jasmine got? What is going on with her? I don't like those glasses. I'm trying it. It's something new. I'm trying something new. But I'm pushing the envelope and I'm taking a chance. We don't know until we take a chance. Stop living your life in fear. Stop living your life thinking that, you know what, if I fail, I'm never going to be able to get back up. It's all part of your mind. Your mind has to be stronger than what matters right now. I live my life on a quote that says, I am greater tomorrow than I am today. I am greater tomorrow than I am today. Even though I am unsure of tomorrow, I am greater tomorrow. You know why? Because I'm greater tomorrow because I already know what today is held for me. Tomorrow, I will already know what today held for me. And I'll be greater because I'll be wiser. Let's stop living out of fear. Let's start pushing the envelope. Let's be greater than we were. I love y'all, even if y'all don't love me. I'm greater because I'm living my life out of love and I'm living my life on peace. Now, will I always be living like this, or will it always be a happy day for me? No, but I'm trying. So I just push everybody. We're going to try. We're going to try. We're going to try. Let's grow. Let's do better. Let's be better women. Let's be better mothers. Let's be better people. Let's do it. Come on, guys, women. Let's do it. Y'all make sure y'all subscribe below. I'm coming to y'all real, uncut. Just when I have stuff on my heart, I just be wanting to share it with y'all. I don't know who need this message, but step out there on faith. Step out there and just know that you're going to be okay. We can't always live in a situation and be content. Let's push the envelope. I love you, and I'm here for you. Holla back.